the big one. Take me through that big buzzbait fish.
Never made a cast there before in my life. Like I said, I said it on live. I was in my bed last night at like 10:30 after I got my boat all nice and tidy for my cameraman. I picked a place that looked similar to what I was fishing. I decided to start there this morning. It was cold. I didn't want to run all the way down the lake in that cold and fog. Like my second cast, I caught one, but it was little. I caught one a little while later, and I went through a little bit of dry spell. I was like, man, I don't know. Maybe I should have went to water that I fished before, and then I caught that, hooked that giant. Oh my gosh. I would have never. This place is insane because you never, when you expect to get a bite, you don't, and when you do, then, oh my gosh. When you don't, you do. So it was just crazy.
Yeah, it was a really cool bite, just because you had to fight the dock too a little bit.
Yeah. You see me like trying to decide back and forth, like let the boat ram the dock or get the fish, and I chose fish, and I'm glad I did.
Absolutely. How's it feel to hold that trophy right now?
Oh my gosh, man. I'm gonna have to make room. My phone is going insane. I'm gonna have to make room on my mantle. I'll tell you what, that classic berth is a little bit more sweet. I got news for you.
Oh yeah, I bet. Take me through your kind of how you got it done this week. I know we talked a little bit about it yesterday.
I mean, like I said, all practice, that was really tough. The final day of practice, I caught a 2-pounder on a buzzbait, and I was like, well, that was one of the 3 2-pounders I caught. And I knew it was a way to get a good bite, so I knew I was going to start doing that in the morning. The same place that I caught a 2-pounder the day before, I caught a 260 and a 140, and that was the only buzzbait bites I had. And then from there, I just ran brush and went and scoped for a while with a fluke and a drop shot and a minnow. It was a grind. I only had 914, which is a decent bag in this place, but it was definitely a grind. And then yesterday, I went and fished like 3 completely new areas, didn't get bit, went to another new area and had like 7 buzzbait bites in the span of an hour, So I really, every fish that I caught this week, dang near, I'd never even made a cast before in my life. So, and then today I just, like I said, I started in that creek that I'd never been in before, and then ran down to where I caught him yesterday and put some key fish in the boat. So it was all about decision making. I don't know how I did it, but I made some good ones this week.
You mentioned yesterday that there was you had sort of figured out some keys with your buzzbait bite. What were those keys?
So the keys were it had to have seawalls involved, and they couldn't be deep seawalls, like 3 or 4 foot of water. Like you had to be able to see the bottom for sure. I had to have a little bit of rock involved. It couldn't just be clay. I know that sounds very specific and like I know what I'm talking about, but I started running and I started getting bit. So I don't know, it worked.
Right, yeah. Really, I think the winning fish came around for 2 o'clock, I think.
Yeah.
Tell me about that one.
Yeah, that was, I mean, I kind of knew I didn't have enough because I had a 150 and a 160. And I was honestly, I mean, almost admitting defeat, not quite. I was still trying, but I hadn't got bit in hours. And I got to a shaded pocket and I was like, I don't care, I'm picking up this dang buzzbait. And sure enough, a 230 ate it and got it in the boat, and it culled out at 150, and a pound here is huge. Then there was another shaded pocket right across from there, and I ran to it, and I caught a 2-pound spot that culled out the 160. I mean, it was just, you know what I'm saying? And so just little decisions like that, were the difference maker this week.
Tell me about that buzzbait specifically. What kind and what trailer were you using?
I'm not a buzzbait guy, and I just used what the guy from 44 sent me. It was a greenfish toad toter, and I was throwing I ran out of bruiser bait craws, so I was just throwing a horny toad, on it, just a white horny toad.
For not being a buzzbait guy, you should put on a show with it.
Yeah, it was all right. It was fun, It was fun. Like I said in practice, I threw a plopper and I just didn't get many bites on it. And the buzzbait, I did get more bites on it, although I didn't get many. And so I kind of just ran with it.
Was it white the whole time, a white horny toad?
Yeah. So at first I was throwing kind of a clear silver one with sparkles, and then I ran out of them. I was like, well, I hope white works, and it worked. But I had 2 bags of them. I went through the 2 bags of them yesterday. So I went to my buddy Emil, and he gave me some off-colored white ones, and he gave me 3 bags of them, and the last fish that I caught tore my last one.
No kidding. Wow.
Dead serious.
That's amazing.
It's crazy. As people say, when it's your time, and it definitely seemed like it this week.
No doubt. As far as the other baits you were throwing, any specifics you want to mention with those?
Other baits, I caught a couple key ones on a Bakewell custom jig, just pitching a swim jig around, a 1/2 ounce with a bruiser crawl on it. I only caught one. I caught one today, but I culled it, and I caught one that was real key at the end of the day yesterday, a 260 largemouth on it. Then other than that, I had a key fish on a bruiser rad shad, just a weightless fluke style bait.
Okay.
I caught one of my 2-pounders the first day on it, but that was the 3 key players. It's just those 3 baits.
You mentioned on stage this wasn't the place you imagined your first win to go down.
Like I said, I was honestly, after practice, I was just ready to get done with this one. And now I'm happy we're done with this one.
Absolutely, absolutely. Any other important keys for the week for you?
I'm just ready to go to the classic. But no, man, I just super happy to have great friends that loaned me a bunch of buzz baits and trailers, jig trailers, all kinds of different stuff. You know, that's it.
You know what size buzz bait it was?
I think it's a half pound.
Okay.
Like I said, I took it out of the packet, figured out it all.
Yeah, I hear you. Real quick, rod, reel, and line set.
I think it was an 8-5-1 reel for a 40-pound. It was very brave.
Okay.
And yeah, just trying to, because when you're fishing around docks and stuff, you have a long dry spell when you're going around the dock. That's why I was using the 8-5. People hear an 8-year ratio and they think I was just burning it everywhere, but it's really just like when they hit it and they come at you, you can catch up line faster or something like that.
Yeah, those spots get deep.
Oh yeah, oh my god, yeah, they were so on. I mean, 2-pounders felt giant.
Right.
But especially in this place, I didn't even know what to do with that 4-pounder jump. Oh my goodness.
That was a largemouth, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It was giant.
I'd say if it was a spot, you
Oh
maybe
my gosh.
should have been showing
Lake
that
record.
thing off every
Yeah, lake record. But although Josh Bubba did have some big big spots.
Cool. Awesome job, man. That was fun.